Morning, everyone. I'm getting ready to go up the hill here, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. But first, I want to tell you, I got some bad news. My 465, my Husqvarna 465 wouldn't start, so I took it over to a place about 30 miles from here that works on small engines. And they called me yesterday and said, we got bad news. The piston in the cylinder's scarred up really bad. And so we get a cylinder kit and labor and everything. You see, you're looking at about $700 to fix it. He said, you can probably buy a new one for less. I said, yeah. And so I said, how much if I just come pick it up as is? He said, $25 for the tear down analysis and all that. So I said, okay, I'll come over in a day or two and pick it up. So the 465's out. He said the gas looked real clear. He said, like it didn't have no oil in it. Did you forget to put the oil in the gas? I said, well, I don't think so, but maybe. I'm a geezer. I forget things. So I went and dumped the gas out this morning to mix up some new. And when I mixed up the new, it looked just like the old, kind of pretty clear. I mean, really clear. But the oil I'm using is by Lucas, and it's kind of bluish. So I don't know. But at any rate, I dumped all gas out of all my saws and put the new mix in, because I know for sure I put the oil in it. And I got a 5-liter Husqvarna can and 100 milliliters of oil. So it's in there. I know it's in there for sure this time. So at any rate, what I'm going to do today is I got the mule here and all the gear. We're going to go up on the hill because a week, maybe 2 weeks ago now, I forget, my neighbor come over with his big saw and big bar and cut down a couple of big dead trees up there that had to come down for me. Now it's up, got to get them out of there. Today I'm going to go up and get the one that's farthest over the hill and rig it up, and I'm going to rig it up and see if I can pull it up to the top, to the flat with the mule, and then I'll limb it up and stuff and drag it on down here. So I'm going to set it up. Guy's got a nice truck and a crappy sound. I'm going to rig it up with a 5-to-1 and see if I can pull it up with the mule. If that don't work, I may put another pulley on each end and make it a 7-to-1 and try that. He said, if all else fails, I can come down and get Old Red. Old Red will pull it out on the 3-to-1. So why don't I just take Old Red up there to begin with? Because this will be more fun if I can make it work. That's why. So we're going to go up there and get that rigged up, and I'll bring you back. But first, all right, gang, I'm back. I'm going to go walk down there and show you where that log is. But if you see that stump there, it came off of that stump. And my neighbor cut that stump off for me too, so I got to haul that out of there. But this is a locust tree, I believe. So what I'm going to try and do is get it rigged up and pull it over and then up that way to the flat spot behind you where the mule's sitting. But the log, there's some debris down here. Hopefully it'll roll over this debris or bust its way through, whatever. Ooh, stickers, lots of stickers. But here it is. It's pretty good. It's a little hollow here on the bottom, but it's pretty good up there. Got some nice branches on the top if I can get it pulled up enough where I can cut them off up there and save them. And then we got this big tree. That might have been, I don't remember what that was, but got to get that out of here. And we got a couple more over there, so probably take several days to get them all out of here, but we'll see. Oh, good scrub wood. Scrub wood burns good. You know, I put all kind of pieces in the wood boiler because a BTU is a BTU to me. I don't care where you get it from, a nice big split piece of wood or a little piece of scrap. It all burns, all makes heat. All right, I'm going to start rigging here and see what I can work out. I'll be back. All right, gang. Geezer here. I got it rigged up, I think. First of all, let me say, nothing in my rigging. Let me turn this around here. And I want to, let me explain something first. Nothing in my rigging should ever be considered gospel, because I was not a rigger. 20 years in the military and 20 years in the machine shop. Not a rigger. But I needed to know some rigging for out here, so I went and learned it. Did some reading and watched some videos and things, and so I know a little bit, I think. Maybe I don't. You know, it is what it is. Usually I can get the job done. Sometimes I got to re-rig a couple times, but so don't ever take anything I say concerning rigging as fact. Just take it and look at it. If it works for you, fine. Okay, here we go. Now let's go back to what we got going on here. Down there, I put the choker cable around the log, and I got. Ooh, I'm gonna have to walk down there. Maybe I can do this. Yeah, instead of walking down there to show you. So I got the 2 pulleys there, and the choker cable around the log, and then I got the rope tied off down there. So I got 5 lines to it. If it was hanging, that'd be 5 lines holding it. So it's a 5-to-1. And then up here on this tree, I got 2 pulleys. And then over yonder on that tree, you can just see it around a bend there behind that leaner. There's one, but there's no mechanical advantage to that one there. That's just a change of direction so I can get it hooked up to the mule. That's all it does. So on this pull, all I hope to achieve is to get the butt end of the log up past that stump. And if that happens, then I got to move these pulleys up here to another tree to get the angle right and pull it up towards the stump. So I don't know if this is going to work out or not. We're going to give it a shot. Let's zoom out again. And I'll leave this on, and you can watch the log. If it moves, I'll go over there and jump on a mule and goose it, and we'll see what happens. All right? Let's see if it even moves. I don't know. The mule may not have enough gumption. May have to put another pulley on each end. We'll do what we got to do. It's a good morning to do it. Ain't too hot. Ain't getting sweaty. Just getting frustrated. All right. 4-wheel drive is on. It's kind of wet up here because it's been in the shade ever since it rained. Here goes nothing. All right, I think I'll stop right there and go back and see what's happening. So I went quite a ways, really. It felt like it was moving. There was tension on the mule. Ropes couldn't tight, some moved. Couldn't have been that much slack in the rope, could there? I don't know. Oh yeah, the other thing I did, I tried to keep my pulleys high up here so that the butt end wouldn't be dragging so hard into the dirt, you know, kind of keep it aimed up. Oh yeah, it's moving nice. Now, I can get, it's pointed about where I want it to point to this tree and then out to the trail. So I wonder if I should try and pull it up a little further. Maybe I will. Try and pull it a little further, and then we'll move the rigging over to the next tree. All right, I'm pretty happy with this. This made up for my 465 dying. Stupid saw. All right, see if we can get another little pull out of it. Here we go. Whoop, going the wrong way. Oh yeah, it moved. Let me see where it's at before I back up and put slack in the hook, because it may be somewhere I don't want it to be. All right, let me show you what I think I want to do. It's going to take some doing, but we'll do it. I got to move this rigging on this tree from here over to that tree. and then back over to the change of direction pulley so you can pull it up, get the butt end up by that tree there. So moving this stuff around would be boring to watch, so I'll put you to sleep, bring you back in a few minutes. See ya. There's the change of direction key. It was bending and breaking. That might be why the trunk wasn't moving. So I think I'll have to do something about that. Stand by. Alrighty then. What I did is I took that change of direction pulley on the broke tree and put it way down by the ground to see if it'll hold there enough to get this pulled up. And you can just see the end of the log right there. Alright, I'm going to go try and pull it again. If it don't work this time, then I'm going to have to find another place to hook that change of direction to, or pull a different way or something. We'll figure it out. If all else fails, I'll just quit for the day and go do something else. Plan B. It went quite a way, so I think something moved. My anchor slid up a little bit, but then it got wedged, looks like. But none of it matters if the log didn't move. Let's see what the log did. Did the log do anything? Yes, it did. Moved a little bit. All right. Making progress. A little bit's better than nothing. So let's give you a little bit more room there, and I'll go try and pull some more. I ain't gonna mess with that change of direction. It slid up that stump pretty good ways, but it's up to where the tree's split now, so I think it's jammed up in there. So we just leave things alone, because it was working. We'll see if we can pull some more. Pull as far as I can, and if it's still working, I'll have to back up and shorten the rope for the next pull. Seems to be stuck. Let's see what we got going on here. Maybe the butt end of that log is digging into the hillside. Or maybe the mule ain't got enough gumption. I need to go get old Red. Let's see what... Yeah, I don't think the log's digging in, although I might be getting hung up. Let me go down and look. Might be getting hung up on the top end. Let's see. No, I think that should come. I think so. Alright, I guess I'm going to have to go get the red truck. The mule ain't got enough gas, enough horsepower. So, I'll be back, gang. Take a rest. Alright. Stupid thing was, camera was shutting off for automatic power off thing. I found the setting, turned it off. So at any rate, there's the log on the right side of the screen. I'm going to go get the truck, or sit at the truck again and pull some more. It was working, so didn't move far, but it moved. And all the ropes are the pulleys, everything's tight now, so it ought to move pretty good now, I think. This is a 5-to-1 pulling that log, so that ain't so bad. I bet a 3-to-1 would have done it with the truck, but I wanted to do it with the mule, and that was a failure. I think the mule would have done it on flat ground, but here we go with the truck some more. See if we can get that log up the hill farther. Whoop, break off. It's pulling pretty easy now, unless something broke. Alright, I think I should stop here now and go look. Alrighty. Microphone's still working. The camera didn't shut off because I turned auto off. Cool. Just stood there and standby. So, we got the truck backed up. Got the rope shortened, rehooked to the truck. So, I'm going to give another pull here and see what happens. And this is a good test on the receiver, new receiver I put on the back end of the truck because it broke the old one. I put it on, and I was thinking it might not be right because it bolted on, so that wasn't a problem. Yeah, but I was out there and I put a cheater bar on the ratchet and everything and the wrenches and got as tight as I could, and I just don't feel like I got my strength that I had last year. So I asked my neighbor when he got a chance if he could come by and double check the bolts before I used it. And sure enough, he got quite a bit of turn out of some of them. So he used the same ratchet and cheater bar I did and got more. So it's good. So now I feel comfortable using it. Mine was a failure. That feels good. Sit down. All right. Here goes nothing. Well, here goes something. Something's going to happen, huh? One way or the other. Look in the mirror. Looks like the rope's getting tight. Yep. Truck quit coasting. So I think we're pulling it now. Got to trim some of these branches here in this trail. I'm about out of room to tow. Alright, as far as I can go. We back up, put a little slack in the rope, we'll go see what we got. Here we go. Yippee-ki-yay! Turn the engine off, because if it came up pretty good, might have to anchor to the next tree now. Let's see what we got. Today's lesson was don't try to pull with the mule. Bring old Red from the beginning. Oh yeah, the end's almost right up here to the tree with the pulleys. So we're looking good. Now, yeah, we're looking good, that tree. Right there is the pulleys, so it's pretty close. Don't get it too close just yet till I get the angle right to pull it out on the trail there. So now I got to figure this out. So let's put you guys on pause. All right, we're back. That took forever. I moved the rigging that was on that tree, moved it way back in the brush over there. There's only a decent sized tree right over that area is back in the brush. So I crawled through the brush and got her done. But at any rate, now we're going to see if we can pull this log more over into that flat trail area. And we just about got the tops up here where we can start trimming them off then. So at any rate, this might be the last pull of the day. If it works, we'll see. Anyway, here goes. What kind of albino spider that is. I don't want him on me. Well, if this works, I might be able to see the log in the mirror if it gets up there before I get around that little bend. If it'll pull it off. Seems to be. Yeah, I can just barely see it in one mirror. I can see it moving there. Man, getting at an angle now where I can see the front of the mule. So when the log gets up by there, then I'll have to stop and go back and take a look, I think. Alright, I can't see it now, so I'll just go up here a little way as far as I can. We'll stop right here, put some slack in the rope, back it up a little bit, go back and see where we're at. Alright gang, geezer's here. I forgot to turn the video back on when I made that last pull, but let me show you. There's the top of it, goes out there and up there. So there's still plenty of good firewood here on the top of it. And it goes over, and I got it out to the flat part of the trail. So I get it trimmed up and stuff. I think I'll be able to figure out a way to get it pulled out of here. But it's pretty heavy. It's a pretty good hunk of wood. I'm pretty pleased with it. But I think there's just enough room around the end of it down there to drive the mule around. Otherwise, the mule might have to spend the night here. And then I got old Red down there. Red did a good job of pulling. So, yeah, it's about, I'm getting tired, really tired here. Let me see what's going on here. There we go. And I'm showing it's about 12:25. So I think I'm going to pick everything up and put all the stuff away and put it back in the mule and head up to the house, call it quits for today. So I got a couple of chores I need to do around the house yet. And I got a bracket to mount on there for the plugs, wire, electrical wire, and for that new receiver. So I need to get that on. Then I think tomorrow morning I'll come out and bring the chainsaw out and trim this up and see if we can get it on out of here. So at any rate, it's been a good day. I feel pretty good. I'm tired, weak, but I feel good, if you can put them two together. But at any rate, I'll see you next time. Friday is 0600 for sure. Until the next time, this is the geezer saying, see ya.